possible strategy of AJ and Thunder. Gonna be, yes, the drop kick. And AJ springboards off the ropes. Oh, reverse DDT. That miscue. Will this be it right here? And no. AJ Housen now only gonna look to end this matchup. Styles clash, no. Dolph Ziggler fights out. All punch right there and a zigzag. However, he wants that NXT championship. Is AJ gonna kick? Could have been looking for another neck breaker there. And will this be at 2 count hand? And now it's AJ Housen. Oh, slides through. And yes, he does fall to his feet. Oh man, it's done. Oh my goodness, AJ Styles once again retains. That's why he's phenomenal, folks. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of NXT Television. And what better way to kick it off than with the reigning NXT champion, man, who successfully defended that NXT championship this past Sunday at NXT TakeOver, the phenomenal AJ Styles. We thank you so much for joining us here on the channel. We appreciate each and every one of your lovely faces that join us here tonight. Now, AJ Styles, if you go on your mind back to NXT TakeOver, he was supposed to defend that NXT championship in a Fatal 4-Way match against EC3, Pete Dunne, and Dolph Ziggler. But obviously that's not what went down at NXT TakeOver. Earlier on that day, Pete Dunne viciously attacked EC3 and left him laid out in the parking lot. And obviously that left EC3 unable to compete that night, and management saw that it was fit to take Pete Dunne out of that matchup due to his actions. So what was supposed to be a Fatal 4-Way turned into a one-on-one. And with that opportunity, Dolph Ziggler, without a doubt, made the most of that opportunity and came within inches of grabbing that brass ring. But to Dolph's credit, he wasn't on the phenomenal level that AJ is tonight. Not even just tonight, every night that he's been champion. It appears he has something to say. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, he was supposed to defend that NXT championship in a Fatal 4-Way. To AJ's point, yes, Dolph Ziggler almost had him, just within inches of claiming that NXT championship. Saying if Dolph ever wants a rematch, then he knows where he is. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Styles throwing out an open challenge. See who could possibly step up to the plate, maybe become NXT champion. NXT is indeed the house that AJ Styles built. He is the reigning NXT champion, and if you want to step in AJ's house, then you're gonna have to be nothing short of phenomenal. It's hard to argue with those words. AJ Styles has proven that he is a fighting champion. But back to the match that we were mentioning earlier, that matchup from NXT TakeOver. As I mentioned, it was supposed to be a Fatal 4-Way, but obviously due to the actions of Pete Dunne, that's not what happened. And not to take away from either of these two guys, they put on one hell of a clinic. And you saw right here, I thought this was over. Dolph Ziggler would hit the zigzag and come within inches, just mere inches, of picking up that 3 count on AJ Styles and walking out of Universal Studios as the NXT champion. AJ Styles has something to say about that, though. He would take to the air on many, many occasions, nailing that springboard forearm, even leaping over the top rope right onto the lap of Dolph Ziggler. But ultimately, it was that Styles clash that put Dolph Ziggler away. And moving on to our first opening contest here, ladies and gents. We haven't seen Kalisto in a bit of a while here on the black and yellow brand. I believe the last time we saw him, he was facing Tommaso Ciampa. I want to say that, but I am not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to look at my notes and figure out when exactly it was. We lost the Masked Luchador of NXT. His opponent here tonight, though, making his NXT debut, a former World Heavyweight Champion. It's going to be no easy feat for the Masked Luchador. He'll be able to overcome the odds here tonight and take the leg out, so to speak, from under the debuting professional athlete that we have here. It's going to be no easy feat, though. Let me tell you that right now. Seems to be a thing going on here and on the black and yellow brand, so to speak, ladies and gentlemen, as the NXT arena fades to black. And no, it's not Aleister Black. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are witnessing the debut of the bearded terror known as Eric Young. Stepping here in Full Sail University for the first time in his career. What better way to make an impact, so to speak, than to really push the limits of one of the premier athletes that we have here on NXT. One of the, in my opinion, the best masked luchadors that we've seen for quite some time around the world. And that's putting them up there on the pedestal, if I do say so myself. We're almost set to get our first contest underway here, ladies and gentlemen. If you are enjoying NXT thus far, why not leave a like, hit that subscribe, maybe share with your friends, just in case, maybe they enjoy Universe Mode, maybe they enjoy NXT. There's something here for everyone, or at least that's what we try to do here, folks. Have professional wrestling at its best and put on a clinic for each and every one of our fans that we have here. Eric Young doesn't exactly look like he's in the happiest of moods, and our roster is really starting to fill up with, how do we say, the crazies, really. We have Kevin Owens, Tommaso Ciampa, and now Eric Young. This, not exactly how we saw our roster going, but the door is always open in case anybody wants to come in and test their talent, just to see if you are really the top professional wrestler in the world. Not only just in NXT, not in just in any other organization, but around the world. As Kalisto fights out of there with an arm drag on Eric Young, kick right there to the side of the face. Kalisto now off the ropes, leaps over Eric Young, and a big splash right there. Quickly into the cover. Will this be it as early as it began? No, surprisingly. That garnered a 2 count right there on EY. Almost lost his first match right there. Low basement drop kick right there to the shin of Eric Young. And now Kalisto has him. Now he's one of the top talents, as I said here. Eric Young, and look at this. With moves like that, it's hard to argue with that statement that I just made there. Kalisto now into the cover quickly. Only gets a 1 count there. And now Eric Young fights back with the fireman's carry takedown. Takes Kalisto off his feet now. EY has him. What's going to do with him? A suplex. No, he nails him with a brain buster. He's a little out there, is Eric Young. Irish Whip sends him off to the apron. Eric now going to bring him back in the hard way with a suplex. Going to drop him right on the back. Eric now going to pick him up. Send him off to the ropes again. No, brings him back with a hip toss. Aleister now looking for a breather on the apron. Eric's not going to let him have it. Look for another suplex. No, Kalisto manages to fight out of it. And now Kalisto relatively quickly up to the top rope. Nails EY with an elbow drop there. Could this be it? Quickly into the cover, and no. Eric Young kicks out at 1 once again. EY now manages to fight out of it. Has him up, fireman's carrying position. What you can do with him? Oh, drops him down right across the back of his neck with a Death Valley driver. EY now walks him to his feet. We've been looking for him. It's a clubbing blow right there to the back of the neck, I want to say. Eric has him up now. Power slam. Drills Kalisto right into the canvas now. EY could be looking to set him up for the finish now. What could it be looking for? Power bomb. No, it's a pile driver. Oh, he dropped him right on the crown of his head, guys. It is over. Yeah, Kalisto ain't kicking out of that. Eric Young, very impressive here tonight on his debut in NXT. Kalisto off the splash right there. That would manage to get him a 2 count, surprisingly. Kalisto putting his athleticism on display right here for the entire world to see, proving he may not be able to get the win right here tonight, but he is indeed one of the top tier talents that we have ever seen in this company thus far. Big elbow drop. We thought right that could have been over right there, but no, EY managed to get out of it. And the Death Valley driver, and right here was the pile driver that put Kalisto away for the 1, 2, 3. Eric Young, very impressive here tonight on NXT. The Bearded Terror pick up a couple more wins. He could be in the NXT Championship title picture here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed NXT TakeOver, you missed something special, because that was one hell of a pay-per-view. The North American Championship was our opening contest that we had there. And man, Drew McIntyre and Samoa Joe, they just beat lumps out of each other. It was absolutely crazy match. Moving from the North American Championship to the debut of the mysterious man known as Aleister Black. And man, that was a striking fest right there, guys. They put on one hell of a matchup. It was strike after strike. We saw submissions, we saw grapples, we saw some of everything in that contest. Right here, that was one of the big maneuvers that we had saw here in this matchup, which to a lot of people's surprise, well, not to really many surprise, that didn't put him away, but Tommaso Ciampa would take his frustrations out on the referee, and it just went downhill from there. Moving on to our grudge match, that has been the rivalry on the black and yellow brand. Ricochet and Kevin Owens, they went to absolute war once again. They tore the house down, and in my personal opinion, it was better than their matchup at Arrival. Both of these men, they just left it all in the ring, and that's what all the professional athletes that we have here in NXT, that's all they look to do, to put on a performance and entertain the NXT faithful that we have, not only in the arenas that we visit, but the faithful that we have around the world. And we thank you so much for watching and enjoying NXT. If you ever clicked or liked, whether you've been around for 1 minute, maybe you've been around for the entire show, we appreciate your lovely, lovely faces. Moving on to the main event of this week's show, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing once again Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10, making his return here tonight on NXT, in which I want to say the last time we saw Ty Dillinger he was facing Tommaso Ciampa. I may be wrong about that. I'm gonna have to check my notes on that one, but tonight he ain't facing Tommaso Ciampa. As once again the NXT arena fades to black, and there's a chill in the air signifying the arrival of of Aleister Black. As the Dutch Destroyer rises for the first time here at Full Sail University, we sit in awe as it's just one of those entrances. It's damn near impossible to put it into words. You have to experience it for yourself, and it's something special, guys. As I mentioned earlier, that matchup that Aleister Black had, his debut match with Tommaso Ciampa at NXT TakeOver, it was a striking fest, and Aleister Black, he's, I'd say, on the level of the NXT champion AJ Styles in terms of being an overall hybrid athlete, because he can not only have the striking game that can put you away, he also has the submission game. He has the high flying game he can take to the skies whenever he needs to. And really, he just has a plethora of ways that he can put you away. It may not be that spinning roundhouse kick, it may be that ace crusher that we saw where he floated over into the dragon sleeper. That can put you away. Remember, he made Tommaso Ciampa tap out on the outside, which obviously, that wouldn't count as it does. But that did happen on the outside there. I'm losing my words. I don't even know what to say. It's just an awesome entrance. This is just an awesome individual that we have here on NXT. One of the top tier signees that we have had thus far on NXT. As uncorks a big roundhouse kick right there to the side of the ear of the Perfect 10. Follows it out. Oh my God, a spinning back fist followed by an elbow strike. And here comes the striking demonstration of Aleister Black. Taking the Perfect 10 off his feet, takes him down with a knee strike right there to the side of the face. Double foot stomp. Follows it up with a kick right there to the back. Aleister now has him, gonna jog him to the center of the ring. What could he be looking for here? It's another knee strike right there to the side of the face. And Aleister now gonna take a seat. There's an eerie calm about Aleister Black. It's almost hard to put into words. Oh my goodness. Discus knee strike right there on the side of the jaw of Ty Dillinger. Aleister Black is one dangerous human being. As going back to what I was saying earlier, he has a plethora of ways that he can put you away. If it's not the striking, it'll be the submission game. Ty Dillinger manages to fight out of it relatively quickly and drops the Dutch Destroyer. Kick right there to the midsection. Follows it up with a drop kick right to the back of the neck. And Dillinger now going to quickly go into the cover, but not even a 1 count. Dillinger now going to look to work over the neck. Black manages to fight out of it. Shot right there to the midsection. Could he be looking for a suplex? And no, it's a brain buster. Black must have saw the matchup that we just saw. Eric Young versus Kalisto. Shades of Eric from the previous matchup there. Off the cutter. Black now going to pick up Dillinger. Kick right there to the side of the body. And it's a striking. Oh, goodness gracious. DDT plants the Perfect 10 right into the mat. Aleister now going to take a seat once again. This is a strange man, folks. I'm not even really sure what to make of it. Oh, kick right there to the side of the head. This is what I mean. The striking game of Aleister Black is on another level as he takes him down with a side suplex. Black now going to quickly scale the ropes now. What could he be looking for here? We've really seen a little bit out of all the categories that I mentioned earlier. We've seen the striking game. We've seen the submission game. We've seen the high-flying top rope game. Black now going to pick up Dillinger to his feet. Gonna take him back down now. Maybe try to slow down the pace. Slow down the momentum. Can Dillinger manage to fight out of this? Get back to his feet. Shot right there to the midsection, followed by another one. Striking blows right there to the face of the Dutch Destroyer, but to no avail. Aleister Black quickly reverses. And now he's on the second rope moonsault. Black now once again gonna scale the ropes here. What could he be looking for here? It's double knees right to the midsection of Ty Dillinger. Black, count to 100. That's what put Tommaso Ciampa away at TakeOver. Looking up at the lights is Ty Dillinger, and it is over. Aleister Black, impressive here tonight on his debut on NXT. To his credit, Ty Dillinger put up one hell of a fight, but that maneuver is what put away Tommaso Ciampa. And no disrespect to Ty Dillinger, he is no Tommaso Ciampa. Wham! Right there, right on the side of the face. Right there, it was academic. That was enough to garner the 1, the 2, and the 3 for Aleister Black in his debut here on NXT. The Dutch Destroyer has arrived here to the black and yellow brand, and if he picks up many more wins like that, then it's going to be hard to argue if he throws his name in that NXT Championship picture. Real quick, guys, I want to send a very special thank you and a very special shout out to Miss Katie Smith, Jasier Jones, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, and Big Dog Brandon. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. We appreciate your beautiful faces. Now, coming your way next week right here on this show, we're going to hear from NXT North American Champion Drew McIntyre after his successful North American Championship title defense against the Samoan Submission Machine this past Sunday at NXT TakeOver. Now, I'm not sure what the champ is going to say, but we're going to find out when I do, and that's going to be next week right here on this program. Guys, subscriber by subscriber, we are changing the game out here. We are changing what it means to do NXT. And not only NXT, but we are changing what it means to do Universe Mode, and we would greatly appreciate it if you would join us for the journey. Now, all that's left to be said is leave a like, subscribe for more content just like this, because there's much more to come. Share the video with your friends if they enjoy NXT, and if they enjoy Universe Mode. Maybe they're just a wrestling fan. Why not share the video with them? I appreciate and I love all you guys. You are awesome, and we will see you next week right here on this program. This has been NXT, and we're signing out.